If you feed your dog kibble, throw it in the garbage right now. After what I've just learned, I'm not taking any chances with what I feed my dogs, and I urge you not to either. Because what I used to think of as signs of old age, things like low energy, weight gain, poor digestion, stiff joints, dull coat, messy or runny poops, may actually stem from the food they've been eating all these years, which means every time your dog takes a bite, it could be putting their health and safety at risk. I'm Rob Lowe. I've been a dog lover my entire life. Right now, my wife Cheryl and I have 5 dogs. I've owned dogs since I was about 6 years old. I can't remember not having a dog. And I've watched many of them get old and have health problems and pass away. And each time I would find myself wondering, why does our time with them have to be so short? And is there anything we can do to help them live longer? So I've been on a journey to find out. And here's what I've learned. What we often think of as old dog problems are often caused by something other than aging. And if you've noticed these problems in your dog, I can almost guarantee you I know what they're eating. Yep, kibble. Now, this has been a staple for most dog-loving households for years, mine included. In fact, I fed basically all my dogs kibble until just recently. And that's why I've made this video. I'm going to show you many of the harmful ingredients hiding in most kibbles. And I've put together an easy list of go and no-go foods. Foods that are great for helping improve your dog's energy, their digestion, their joints, and their poops. And foods that you should avoid because they can make dogs feel old, run down, fatigued before their time. I've done a ton of my own research and hooked up with some of the most well-known dog experts in the world to compile this information. So let's start at the beginning. Man's best friend. They've been with us for thousands of years, defending us from predators and chowing down on our scraps. But back then, our scraps were buffalo and chicken and healthy, fresh meats. Today, not so much. Often what they're eating is more like junk food. Right now, almost all the big dog food brands are owned by the same corporations that make our candy, frozen pizzas, and sugar cereal. And guess what? A lot of that junk extends to their pet food lines. The stuff that's hiding in our dog food will literally make your jaw drop. Red 40 dye, high fructose corn syrup, empty carbs, grains, and the stuff that's much worse. Regardless, you can help your dog feel energetic, playful, lean, and healthy by adding a few simple foods to their bowl and avoiding one thing that can lead to bad health. So here's my list of go and no-go foods. Go food number 1, blueberries. You may know they're great for humans because they're high in antioxidants, which give us energy, keep us feeling young, and support our immune system. Turns out the same is true for our dogs, which we discovered by researching Alaskan sled dogs. I owned 2 huskies before, years ago, when I was living in Colorado. And if you've ever had a husky, you know these dogs are strong. Sled dog racing is strenuous exercise. The dogs pull sleds packed with heavy gear and a human driver. They could be pulling as much as 350 pounds in bone-chilling temperatures. Researchers fed sled dogs blueberries and then measured their performance against dogs who did not eat any. Incredibly, the dogs who ate the blueberries had way higher levels of antioxidants even 48 hours after their exercise. So they likely felt better, more agile, more youthful, and less tired than the others. So when you give your dog a handful of blueberries, you'll probably notice an extra pep in their step. On the other hand, stay away from the next fruit. No-go food number 1, grapes. A fruit most people think is healthy, but they're actually poisonous to dogs. Grapes contain tartaric acid, which can cause illness and kidney disease in dogs. So it actually doesn't matter how big or small your dog is. The toxicity level is kind of random. So if a dog of any size eats any amount of grape, it's a medical emergency. Also, pitted fruits should be avoided like the plague. Cherries, apricots, peaches have cyanide in their pits, and that's not a risk I'm willing to take with my dogs. Next up, go food number 2, sea kelp. Yep, kelp is actually an incredible superfood for dogs because it's rich in iodine, which is important for your dog's diet because it supports thyroid hormones that can help your dog stay at a healthy weight. It can also help support their energy, keep their coats shiny, and their skin hydrated, and keep their immune system strong. Not to mention, it's also great for the teeth, which is super important to keep their heart healthy too. You probably don't have a lot of sea kelp on hand, so I'll tell you the easiest way to get it into your dog's bowl in just a second. But before I do, I'm revealing my number 1 no-go food I would never feed my dogs. My ultimate no-go food, it's kibble. Listen, like I've said, I've fed my dog kibble almost my entire life. In fact, back in the day, I thought by adding a little warm water on top, I was basically preparing my dog a gourmet meal. But as it turns out, there are a lot more problems with kibble than most people realize. And it starts with fats. Dog food is full of what should be healthy fats. Your dog actually needs fats for energy, for their immune health, and to keep their coats and skin healthy. The problem is when they're exposed to light, heat, air, or moisture, those fats can start to spoil. Not good. Think about it. Would you eat a piece of chicken that was left out on the counter all day? No way. It would almost be guaranteed to make you sick. Same thing with spoiling fats in dog food. This process is called lipid peroxidation. When your pup ingests these lipid peroxides, it kind of works the same way as rust. It slowly eats away at healthy tissues. And over time, wears your dog down bit by bit. As it builds up, this cellular damage can lead to serious health problems, including cancer, bowel disease, heart failure, and more. So, in order to try and combat lipid peroxidation and other ingredient degradation, many dog food companies have stuffed their kibble full of artificial preservatives. Some of these preservatives, things like BHA and BHT, have been shown in multiple studies to cause tumors and cancer in several species. When I discovered this, I thought, why would they put anything that might cause cancer in our pets' food? I found one of these studies that claimed these chemicals were safe was paid for by one of the biggest dog food companies in the world. Look, pet food is a $103 billion a year industry and growing, and with billions of dollars on the line, there's no wonder they keep pushing these kind of preservatives. In addition to health issues that they may cause, they also don't entirely stop dangerous lipid peroxidation in dog food. And by the way, that includes wet food and a lot of the so-called premium foods. It still happens beneath the surface and winds up inside your dog with every single bite. And because most of our dogs eat the same thing for every meal, it really can add up over time. And that's why we've always assumed our dog's main concerns like low energy and stiff joints, itchy skin, and dull coat, and just being off were issues of old age. When really, lipid peroxides, chemical preservatives, and junk food could be affecting them. So when I heard this, I found myself questioning, if I'd fed them something different, could we have had more time together? Could they have felt better for longer? And because kibble had been my default for so many years, I knew I had to do research and find out what the best dog food was. And that's when I hooked up with Dr. Gary Richter, the guy voted America's favorite vet. I asked him my number one question. If you want to avoid kibble, what should your dog eat so they can stay healthy, energetic, and full of life? His answer? Raw food, but not just meat. Raw food includes dog-healthy, nutrient-dense foods, including organ meats, certain fruits, veggies, and herbs. These are the foods your dog evolved to eat in the wild. But most of us don't have the time, fridge space, or stomach to prepare raw meals for our dogs every day. Thankfully, Dr. Richter found a way to take the ideal balanced raw diet and freeze dry it. So there's no mess, no refrigeration, no gourmet dog kitchen inside your home, and no nasty ingredients that can wreck your dog's health. It's as simple as feeding your dog a bag of kibble, except it's full of healthy foods that can help your dog feel better. In fact, Dr. Richter told me that when dogs switch over to this new food, they can even start to act more energetic after only a few days. Many reported their tummy troubles lessen, they're itching less, they're licking their bowls clean. Even old dogs feel years younger. And because the freeze-drying process gently removes moisture and air, key contributors to lipid oxidation, there's extra confidence in the longevity and quality of what you're feeding your dog every day. I gotta tell you, when I started feeding my 5 dogs this food a while ago, especially Bella, who's my oldest, I love how peppy and energetic she is now. Daisy and Oscar hang out with me on the set, and they now have enough energy to last a 12-hour day. And Owen is still chasing birds and going for his ocean swims, but at a whole new level. So I've been telling everyone about this food. It's called Nutra Complete. Each bag of Nutra Complete is manufactured in the USA with premium sourced ingredients from around the world and contains 90% pure meat, including nutrient-rich organ meat. And the rest is made up of incredibly antioxidant-rich fruits, veggies, vitamins, and minerals to help your pup live their best life. Like flaxseed, the source of healthy fats, which are great for your dog's skin, coat, and helping it look glossy and soft. Veggies like spinach, carrot, and broccoli, so great for brain health, eye health, and supporting a strong immune system. And of course, it's got my go foods, blueberries, and even sea kelp, as well as cranberry, a wonderful digestion aid, and there's both yucca and zinc in this delicious dog food to help lessen stinky gas or pups who tend to be flatulent. Plus, it has no artificial preservatives. Instead, vitamin E serves as a natural preservative, which can actually support the health of your dog. It's also lower in carbs, just like your dog's diet would be in the wild. No grain, corn, wheat, soy, or any other cheap fillers. The few carbs it does have come from sweet potatoes, and they're only because they're great for your dog's health. There's also no artificial color, no artificial flavors, no artificial anything. Nutra Complete is made from whole, healthy, raw foods to help transform the way your dog looks, acts, and most importantly, the way they feel. So I would tell anybody who's interested in helping their dog stay healthy, avoid a greasy or lackluster coat, annoying itching, smelly breath or odors. There's ingredients in this food designed specifically to help with all these things. Listen, if you wanted to, you could probably go and buy all these ingredients in a store or online, but you'd be spending hundreds, even thousands of dollars a month, not to mention the prepping and the hassle. With 5 dogs at home, there is no way I will be doing that. And I'm sure if you're like me, you'll do anything for your dog. So thankfully, there's an easier, softer way. And my dogs are so much better off for it. I asked Dr. Richter if we could team up and find a way to make this food available to more people and affordable too. His team already makes Nutra Complete with high quality ingredients for a price of just $59.95 a bag, which can be a lot cheaper than buying all those ingredients separately. Plus, you get them all professionally measured, balanced, and freeze-dried for ultimate convenience. But listen, you've watched this entire online video, so Dr. Richter and I know you're serious about your dog's health, and we've worked out a special deal that allows you to order this recipe directly from us. So when you order Nutra Complete today, because you're ordering from us with no middleman, we're able to dramatically lower the price of Nutra Complete to just $29.95 a bag. That's $30 off the regular price. But that price is only for people who watch this video presentation and while supplies last. Now, I realize this is still more expensive than things like kibble. So if feeding your dog a 100% freeze-dried raw diet's out of your price range, you can use Nutra Complete as a food topper, which means mixing these super healthy foods with their existing meal. Just sprinkle a layer of Nutra Complete over your dog's bowl, and your dog will get an extra boost in their health, their body, and their happiness. Dr. Richter says it's best to feed your pup Nutra Complete meals as often as possible, but using it as a topper is a big improvement on kibble and can provide dramatic improvement, and it will cost you just pennies. Dr. Richter's been getting such great feedback on Nutra Complete that he's added some multi-packs to the page. If you order the discounted package of 3 or 6 bags, you save even more, up to $210 off the regular price. These heavily discounted 3 and 6 bag packages are the best option for people who want to make sure they have enough high-quality food to support their dog's health at the best price. And if you have big dogs or more than one dog like me, you definitely want to go for the 6-bag option. When you see some of these issues, and it's possibly the end stage of something that's been going wrong for years, right now your dog could be on the road to poor health, so why not make a simple decision and give their body the support it needs? That's why Dr. Richter and his team created Nutra Complete, to help keep your dog healthy and keep your dog's body working right, the way it's supposed to. If you want to guarantee to keep getting this amazing food for your dog, there's also a special subscribe and save program that ensures it'll arrive at your home once a month. You'll also receive an extra 5% off your order every single month. There's no contracts or anything, and you can cancel at any time for any reason. It's just a great way to save money and continue to support your dog's health and well-being. And please keep in mind, unlike dog foods that use cheap ingredients and pump out millions of bags a year, Nutra Complete is in limited supply. They use quality ingredients like ranch-raised beef, and they manufacture at a single high-quality facility. For me, that means this food is the best in the world. So if you want to make sure your dog gets the right ingredients they need to support their health, I highly recommend starting with a larger package or opting for the monthly shipping option so your dog never misses a meal. And by the way, I know a lot of dogs are finicky about food, so I'm thrilled this recipe is such a hit with dogs across the board. I have yet to meet a single dog that doesn't love it. After all, these are the kind of foods your dog's ancestors ate in the wild. They're biologically wired to crave this stuff. My dog Daisy, very picky eater, and even she loves Nutra Complete. So if you have a super selective dog, you don't have to worry, because every bag of Nutra Complete comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee, which means you can feed your dog every single morsel, and if your dog doesn't love it, and you don't see all the same things our dogs have, the glowing coat, the fewer bad odors, more energy, just a healthier dog, you can send it back for a full refund of your purchase price, even if it's an empty bag. That's how confident we are that this is going to be a life changer for your dogs. This is really special. 40 top tier ingredients in clean, easy freeze-dried raw form. I haven't seen anything like it available anywhere. You want a dog who's thriving, who feels good, who wants to run up and kiss your face because they know you're taking the best care of them. So I hope you can give this gift to your dog and give them the food they deserve. And give yourself the gift too, knowing you've done this special thing for an amazing furry friend who would do anything for you. For me and my family, this is how we repay them. So claim your discount below right now, and let's get started transforming your dog's health for the better. As someone who loves dogs, I can tell you, they understand how much you love them, and they appreciate it. For you and your furry friend, I'm Rob Lowe.